30 secondes. Hello guys and welcome back to SRL. We are here for round 2 of season 4. We are here for the Australian Grand Prix. We have, I believe it's 17 people tonight, so we will lose 2 people in qualifying. I will go down who's returned tonight, and we'll get the qualifying underway. Apologies if the stream suddenly goes. We are currently having a thunderstorm, but I think it's slowly going away now, so fingers crossed we won't have any delays or anything like that. Apologies for the late start as well. Our lobby host Pog, his connection to the servers decided that it no longer wanted to exist. So returning tonight we have Pete, who hasn't been here for a little bit. We've got Greg Stars back. We've got RSF1 Hunt, who was on holiday. We've also got Rux returning as well. I think he's just doing a one-off race tonight, so but yeah, we've got the usual people. Unfortunately, Bond is no longer with us. He's not dead, I should just make that clarify, but he's decided that he was a reserve, and then Paperstream kind of told him to not even turn up, basically. So he's basically no longer here, but he is here with us in the chat. He said ratio, and then Havoc told him to shut up, so that's always fun. So we'll ride on board with Paperstream. But I hope everyone is having a lovely evening. So Q1 underway. Paperstream out on track first. I think the best memorable race we've had at Australia would definitely have to be season 1 of SBOY, where I believe John was last on the opening lap, and by I think turn 4 he was already up into the top 5. Obviously he went on to win that season, so hopefully he doesn't have the same thing that happened to him then tonight. So slight changes to this circuit. That corner there, most corners have been just widened, like I believe this corner has been ever so slightly. Turn 1 has, turn 3, turn 6 I think, and then obviously the whole of the second sector is basically completely changed. But here we go, Paperstream on his first flying lap. As I said, we will lose 2 drivers tonight. I'm not going to go down and predict who I think is going to. We've got a yellow flag, and that's 5 Crown facing the wrong way at the final corner. Needs to be careful that he doesn't go onto the racing line. He doesn't. That's not going to be the start that he wanted. Keep him well out of the way though. What's Bond saying? Bahrain last week, turn 1. What happened? Oh, that's Reese also having a spin by the looks of things. Going very slowly though. Anyway, Paperstream apparently not running very high downforce as he usually does. But he's into the final sector now, and he will be the first driver to set a lap time on the board. That's an Alpine getting well out of the way. I'm not exactly sure if that might have been Neon. It will be, as he's the only Alpine here tonight. Paperstream round into final corner and to the line. And it's going to be a 1:20.7. So who is next? It's going to be, I believe, Havoc goes up to P1. Pete now on a lap himself. He has got a Ferrari ahead, but he's invalidated his lap. That's probably slightly put off. And I think Reese is actually about to cross the line, but I believe he spun, so it won't be. I think he's coming to the pitch. He has. So Pete across the line now. He's going to go up to P2. And Killian putting it on into P1 so far. Oh, that's 5 again round. He's not having the best of times. Gangster Owl coming to the line now. It's not going to be an entirely quick lap here. Only P5. 2 seconds off his teammate. We've got the Mercedes duo. Might be Kush. No, Kush is going to be rounding the corner. Hyde Squire, I believe, is about to start his lap. Kush to the line now. I've got a yellow flag. That's going to be a Haas getting well out of the way. Kush to line, goes P2. Pushes Havoc back down to P3. Let's get on board with Neon. That's Gangster Owl getting well off the track, and Neon is into the pits. Who we got? Nearly finishing it up. We've got Brad. Oh, he's in a bit too deep there. It's more of a 90-degree angle now instead of the kind of corner that it used to be. Oh, a spin. Is he going to be out? Oh. Needs to get off the racing line. He has. He's got plenty of time to get the car out the way. Everything is invalidated. I think he's gearing up to go again. Pete starting his lap now. So is Killian. All charging up their batteries for their second runs. Still got a few drivers that haven't adventured out onto track yet. Let's get on board with Let Joe, who's about to finish his lap off. Takes P2 off his teammate so far, but obviously this session's not that important. So far, 5 Crown and Reese are in the bottom 2. We've got I'm the Pog on his way back out, as we can see in the Red Bull. Just slightly before Reese there, I think. I think it's Reese. I'd imagine it is. Yeah, it is. For some reason I can't get on board with him, so... Oh, there we go. Let's get back on board with Pete as he's about to finish his lap. Oh, he spins as well. That's not going to be good. Who's that just went off as well? And Joe comes back into the pits. I don't think Kush is up on his time, but he likes to do multiple runs, as I noticed last week, and I believe he is doing the same again. He is indeed. Taking as much of the circuit as he can now. To the line. Stays P3, but improves ever so slightly. That's Alfa Romeo of, I believe, 5 Crown coming back out onto track. Restarting his first lap. Stay on board with the current world champion. Oh yes, and also Clar was removed from the roster due to his actions out on track last week after leaving the session, as we don't really condone that in this league. Where's John? He's slightly behind Reese. Mercedes of Joe getting well out of the way. Surprised he's back out actually. Oh, Reese is having a spin as well. So we'll jump back on board with On the Pog, who also has a spin. Everybody's spinning is amazing. Barnes, tell your driver to stop spinning. Oh no! No! Oh, that's... No. That's stupid. How's he got no damage? I don't think Neon is very happy with Hog there. I don't think he has any front wing damage either. He might have slight wing damage, but I can't really tell. He's coming into the pit, so I'd imagine he has. John's very lucky not to have lost a wheel there. Nice F1 Hunt on his first lap. I feel like Neon had time to P7. Push retires in the pits. Let's get on board with another world champion. Could have been a double world champion, but fortunately decided to leave for some reason. That's 5 off again, I think. Yep. I'm sure that'll be looked at the stewards though. I feel like Neon had plenty of space and he had time to brake, personally. Ah, he's cheating. Everyone sees that extension from Joe there. The corner cutting merchant. Nah, I mean if the game don't penalise you, I guess you can kind of get away with it. That's why we don't have Miami on the calendar for this season. DRS wide open. See if he can beat. No, he doesn't. Still 4 tenths off. And now we're getting everybody else out. Richard's first outing in SRL this season. Missed last week due to feeling ill. Havoc retires in the pits. I'd say he's pretty safe. Although you do have the likes of Reese, Rux, Pog, Greg Stars, Neon, Brad, I'd imagine is probably trying to invalidate his time. Who's that now gone off? That's Rux off. So Rux not having a best of starts to this session. Lovely move. It would be to see interesting how if Richard has improved. I still believe he's using no assists, so not sure what wheel he has now though. It's still the same one. I know he has a Thrustmaster, but I should be on wheel hopefully by the end of this week. Bought my stand today and then paid Bonge what he needed to, as he's given me his old wheel. Whenever you get a flag, that's, I'm guessing, 5 again. I don't think 5 spun this time though. Alright, let's keep an eye on John nearer to the end of the lap. Once again he's behind Reese. Let's see if that's a common occurrence here. Is Rich going to be the first? No, yes, Rich will be the first driver to cross the line out of all these. So he's rounding the final corner now, and he's also having a spin. I won't go now, either. Reese is now. Oh, no, Reese isn't going. That's someone who's just went quicker. I think that was Greg Stars. I think Richard's still going to finish his lap off though. I don't think he invalidated. He didn't. Reese rounding the final corner. Let's see where he can place his McLaren P5. Jump back on board with Pog, who's finally got his lap together. He hasn't got a Alpine sticking up his arse. And goes P9, so I would say he's fairly safe. Neon being that Alpine that stuck it up his arse. It's a bit of a sus, I guess you could say, but Neon coming to the penultimate corner now. Rounding the final corner. Let's see where Neon can place the Alpine in this first session of qualifying. Goes P6. It's not a bad lap. Still waiting for Rux and 5 to actually set a lap. 5 has just overtaken Rux there. That's a McLaren getting well out of the way. That would be Reese, who's just moved out of the way. DRS 1 over 3 DRS straights on this track. In real life they did have 4 on the, I guess you can say, new back straight, but then they got rid of that. There's a spun Aston Martin. Pete has retired in the pits. Rounding the 5th corner for 5, I would say he's probably going to be top 12 for this. Top 10. Knocks Pagoo down 1 place. Bradford, well, they say probably for his final run here. Not sure how long. He's probably got enough fuel for another run. Richard slowly getting around. He might have been the Aston Martin that did spin. He was. He's got no front wing, and he's completely off track there. Neon's going to get slightly held up by this. I think Neon wants him to get on with it at the moment, but here comes Rux. See if he can push him way back up. We've got someone talking. Also, feel off the pace. Where are you? You are 12th. Ah, so you're going back out. So you don't want to waste up all your tyres, though. Rux through the tricky chicane. Keeping on Brad. He's paper stream with tyres in the pits. I think he's done enough. Gangster Al, I don't think we'll be able to get out in time. Rux now rounding the final corner. Oh, a bit of oversteer moment there, but keeps it in the right direction. He's going to go to the line and goes P9. So Brad now in a world of trouble here. Gangster Al also retiring. Brad really needs to get a lap in here, otherwise he is going to be out of qualifying. And he is out of qualifying. He is pitting. Adam, you don't need to do your lap. You can come back in. You're safe. So you're going to do a lap anyway. You better not crash. Otherwise you're out with your teammate as well. So both Haas drivers through into Q2. Can't say that a lot of times in real life. Reese, not really sure what Reese is doing, but I'm sure he has. He's gonna go again by the looks of things. But we'll stay on board with, or not. He's invalidated his lap times. Good thing both of the Haas drivers decided to retire. So we've got 11 seconds to go. Let's have a look at Reese. Not sure he's down in the first sector. I think 5 is is he on the lap? I can't tell. Reese is up ever so slightly. It has to lift a hell of a lot through there. Doesn't seem well planted as most of the drivers ahead of him. I like Squire is up into P4, I just noticed. Didn't even see that lap. That is 5 going slowly. And Reese comes to the line. It's not going to be an improvement. And now we just wait. Turn 1 got me. Ah. So that's tricky, because if you haven't really been driving this game a whole of a lot and you're kind of driving how the old layout was, you're going to get caught out. I think Australia was like one of the first tracks I did when I got the game. But yeah. Bonge, I don't know if you're still watching, but are the camera settings okay? I'll obviously go through them once everyone's back out on the track. Just want to make sure that it's okay to watch and all that. And is my mic okay? It's always got me, to be fair. I think it's just one of those corners, because now it's quite a fast entry. It's a lot easier to kind of mess up on now. So go through this. So John's got a 5-place grid penalty, which if I could take it off I would, because that wasn't even his fault. But Brad and Richard out of qualifying. Seems okay to all. I love it, jubbly. I know, because last week it was proper bad from what I could, well, from what I was being told and all that kind of lovely jubbly. So just want to make sure that it's not happening again, because I doubt anyone would want to get in here for that, because I don't, and I'm the one streaming. So that's now away. Right, what's everyone else saying? It's always the exit. Oh, where Bottas crashed in qualifying that one year. I think it was like 2019 or something. I think I know what you're on about. Question to you, Bonge. When the race gets going, do you want the detail on tyre? I'm guessing. So you can see how John's tyres are and what he's been doing and all that lovely jubbly. Right, we've got Havoc out on track first in the Alpha Tauri, followed by 5. Havoc inheriting P3 from last week, as we've had a slight rule change on reserve drivers. They will get the points for where they finish, but everyone that's a full-time driver below them gets pushed up 1. So Bonge obviously finishing P3, he got the points for P3, but so did Havoc. So we decided to do that before the season even started. Tyre or positions gained. Alright, no worries. I'll flick through the like 2 every kind of few laps. I mean, John will be starting wherever he qualifies, and then you have to +5 on that due to the grid penalty. I wish they could give you an option. I think you can do that in the league section, which we were going to be running. I think it was the last season we were supposed to run it in there, but kind of got to the point where it was getting everyone in and all that, and it was just a massive pain in the bum. But here we go, Havoc starting his lap off. Right on ball for this lap, I think. The walls are a lot tighter when they changed the layout as well. I don't know if they did it to this one, but in real life the wall is literally where... Oh, so it's slightly off, but I'm pretty sure in real life it's more close to the track. Everyone has been doing that line. It's spun, it's a... I want to say it's an Alpha Tauri, but there isn't another... Oh no, it could be Squire. Paper Streamers... That's another time penalty caused by Neon. I don't know what happened there. Paper Stream's retiring by the looks of things. Unless he's recording a clip. Unless he's just getting disqualified, I don't really know. Oh no, he's moving now. I have no idea what just happened there. I'm sure it'll be sent into the stewards as well. Oh, he's got no front wing. Havoc goes P1. I think he's just trying to keep out of everyone's ways. Killian goes P1 now. Right, anyway. Who's on the lap that's about to finish? No. Right, there we go. Joe, the eventual winner last week. By a very comfortable mile, I would say. And Joe goes P2. Looks like Killian could be on top this week. Neon, Mercedes getting slightly in the way there, but gets out of the way just in time. Oh, we've got a... Oh, Reese is out! Reese is out of qualifying. Oh, and... 5 Crown nearly was out of qualifying. I can't tell where his car is, but I would imagine it's around that area. Here comes RSF1 Hunt. That's I think that's 5 going well off the track there. Not exactly sure why, but you know. Julian's finally got back to the... Well, was nearly in the pits anyway. Leon pops himself up into P3. So 2 drivers having contact with Neon, both receiving grid penalties. So John might, if John can keep in the top 10, then in the top 5, then he'll obviously start in that top 10 position. But like I said, there's not a lot we can really do. I mean, we can't like just take the Gangster Owl now off the track. Don't want to stay still for too long, otherwise you will get disqualified. Oh, Sean having a bit of an issue into the first 2 corners, and that's Kushoff. Oh no. I don't think Greg Styles, yeah, Greg Styles wasn't on a lap, so that lap wasn't ruined. Everyone is just spinning, and I'm loving it. Paperstream has retired. Why do I have a feeling? Okay, he's in the pits. That's 2 drivers we've lost so far. Paperstream I don't think is very happy, I would say. No, the safety car was... this is through Discord now. The safety car was fine last week. Who we got watching? Pretty sure I can... Let me mod you, Adam. Alright, who are we gonna watch now then? Let's put one on board with Pete. Around in the final corner, let's see where he can put his McLaren. P4, nice lap. And I'm live. I can see it. I'm not. Right, let's click on that. actually can't. I'm just going to close down that quickly. I don't know how you mod people. Oh, there we go. Hey Adam, you're now mod for the stream. So happy birthday and a happy new year. Yeah, there's a little bit of traffic. Right, what have I missed? John goes P9, push P10, but I'd imagine he's going again. I believe he is. Will be a long way up on his time this time than he was last time. Cheers. No worries. I need to mod John eventually. Whenever he decides to pop up in the chat. I think I need to kind of mod anyone else. Maybe Brad, but are people getting away from running that? I don't know. Don't know what they want, I suppose. 4 or 5 minutes to go in this Q2 session. So if you've missed the opening round of qualifying, we lost Richard and Brad. And we're still obviously waiting for this session to kind of finish. I think John might be okay here. Yeah, I'd imagine he's on his way back out. So is his teammate who's about to start his lap, so we'll keep an eye on that. I can't remember who else is mod for this stream. I think I know I am, obviously. I know Bonge is, I know you are now, Adam. I think I just need to mod John. But I can't do that until he kind of puts a message in the chat, which isn't a massive idea. That's John off. It's a good thing he wasn't on the lap. So Rux needs to be at a 124, which I'd imagine is probably fairly easy. But then again, John will be on a flying lap fairly soon. Until he spins here. Oh. That's Mercedes, that's Kush spinning and ripping his front wing off. But here comes Rux. Rounding the final corner. Doesn't get any slide there this time. And Rux to the line, goes P9. So now Adam could be in a bit of trouble here. Gangster Al also on a lap. Spike Round is back out on track. John needs to get... He's having trouble with turn 1. So he's got enough time to go again. Someone say mod. Just kidding. Banned. Can you time Havoc out, please, Bonge? Disturbing the peace. I think a 5-second silence, I think, is punishable enough, in my expert opinion. Oh, what? No, please no. Gangsta Al has retired on track and he is out of qualifying. RS1 Hunt in P10. John is slightly up on his time, but he had that slight correction at turn 1. RSF on Hunt, no. Is he up on his time? He is indeed. 7/10 up on his time. He runs wide but gets away with it. He's a little cheat. Right, let's see if John can get turn 1 done properly this time. Otherwise he could find himself, he could knock his teammate out if he gets turn 1 done correctly this time. Which he does. There we go. RSF on Hunt into the last sector. Keeps it within boundaries. Gets it stopped just in time. Rounding the final corner. Can he push Rux down into P10? He doesn't. Oh, if John is up. Oh, he's up on his time. Adam could be sent out of qualifying here. John taking it very easy. 5 crown. Could potentially knock Rux out of qualifying as well. High Squire's out on track as well. But he's going very slow out of the first corner. John rounding the final corner. Can he get it on pole? No, not on pole, but into the top 10. He can. P8. Knocks Rux down. RSF is not on a lap, but 5 crown is. He's rounding the final couple of corners now. Into the final corner. Can he put Rux out of qualifying? To the line he goes. He needs to beat a 1:20.3. And he does. He's into P9 and he knocks Rux out of qualifying as well as RSF on Hunt. Havoc, you aren't really talking that much. Did Bonds actually give you a ban? That is a shame for the... Ooh, that is a shame for the Ferrari driver. Both Ferraris out of qualifying. Not how they wanted this weekend to go, but Bond making John into the top 10. So I don't say Bond is going into top 10, but he's not racing. So Allied Squire making into Q3 by about 3 tenths though. Nope, I haven't been banned yet. Bonji spelt banned wrong. He spelt banned wrong. I mean, he spelt the band that we were talking about wrong, but GG John, I messed up on the exit of sector 2. Oh, Neon did pick up a 5-time. Was it Neon that picked it up then, not Paperstream? I thought Paperstream picked it up, or did he? Oh yeah, he did. So Neon also. So Neon, John, and Paperstream all starting where they shouldn't be. Banned, yeah, happy, had to lift. No, I'm not happy. You still spell it wrong. Debating whether to give... I know I probably should have started this off with the first ever season, but I'm kind of tempted to give the championship winner like a trophy or something. I know a lot of leagues do that, but I just don't know. It wouldn't be like a fancy one, it would be like a plastic one with your name kind of scribbled on it. And then we'll give one for like driver of the season, do like awards. I don't think many people will be happy to give their like a dress out, especially if it's someone from like Europe. That will cost so much money to kind of send out, give them a Kinder Egg. I mean, it's cheaper than giving them a Freddo, I suppose. So we got Eddie1, got Greg Stars and Killian making their way out. I don't know who, and Kush. So it will be Greg Stars. Both Mercedes coming out of the garage. Yes, please. Yum. Give them a Kinder Egg, they get a toy with it as well. Well, instead of giving them a trophy, I just give them a Kinder Egg because it comes with a toy. I mean the chocolate might be melted by the time it gets to them, but unless I just give them like £1 to go buy a Kinder Egg with. But everyone's enjoying the stream so far. It's been a very entertaining qualifying session so far. I think Pete has changed his game attack. I'm pretty sure it was the last time he raced was Pete 77 DK or something. Now it's Pete 77 F1. I think the only other person that's kind of well, there's 2 drivers that have changed game attack since last racing here, except from last week, was John and Killian, because it was AMS Killian when he last raced here, and John's gamer tag was, I think it was SV Bagoo or LR Bagoo. I think he raced both of them here. Yeah, because they sometimes can make what you get inside, plus you're getting chocolate, best of both worlds. Not if you're diabetic like me. I can't have chocolate. Well, I probably can, but like not in massive quantities. But I mean, I never. People are gonna say, "Oh, you eat so much chocolate because you're fat." I mean, I never really eat that much chocolate, like beforehand, like generally. But you know, got a whole day to myself tomorrow, so I don't really know what to do. Might pop out because my wheel stand won't get here until Wednesday or Thursday. The wheel won't come until at least Friday. I'm not gonna do some like Christmas shopping or anything. Anyways, qualifying's underway and Neon Shockers has died. Don't know how he's managed to die. He's probably caught the curb. Right, anyway, oh, that's not Quickstars, that's £5. Killian rounding the final corner. This will be the fastest lap this session with a 17.8. Jump on board with the Mercedes of Kush, who runs slightly wide. Fitting bus in that gap. DRS wide open to the line, goes P2, so it's got Pete starting his lap, got 5, no, got Greg Stars who's invalidated, got Havoc rounding the final corner. And now we have Joe coming into the pits, and then we have Squire following his teammate to the line. You're gonna keep me company, Adam, for like the next 8 minutes in chat, are you? Goes above his teammate. Who's gonna be next? Will be Greg Starts, who is behind his good friend Pete at the moment. Yeah, bro. Yay! Who do you think's gonna put on pole then, Adam? Seeing as you're kind of the only one talking. If Bodge is here, he can put his prediction in. So Neon is actually going to start P15. Yeah, he would. No matter what, he'll start P15 because he's not being able. Unless someone crashes. Red Stars comes into the pits. Very odd. So there's Pete. I'd imagine a lot of drivers are now going to be pitting on this lap. Got John on a lap, so have we got 5? 5 is going to compete this lap first. Between Joe and Killian. I mean, Killian's quite far ahead at the moment. He's what? 5 tenths ahead of Kush. Joe is slightly quicker than Kush, so it'll probably be around 2 to 3 tenths the gap. But as we saw last week, Joe and Killian are very similar on pace. Personally, I'd say it might be Killian. Yeah, I think Killian's probably got this in the bag. Five Guys P4. See how John is doing. Ooh, massive! He got into the grass there, and he's gonna abandon this lap. P1 Joe, P2 Kush, PP Pog. But John won't start there. He'll start, if he was to qualify P3, he'll start P8. So from what I know, Paper Stream will start last. And then it kind of depends on... Well, I'd imagine Neon will start P15. If Pete, Joe, Greg Stars and 5 spinning. And again, I'm just going to try and finish, hopefully get a few points. I mean, yeah, that's all you can do, and 5 has died. How hard is it to just drive back to the pit? Greg Stars was literally aiming for 5 there, but still at the last minute. Lads, what do you think? Christmas Cup, we do Xbox versus PlayStation. Port P1 Joe, P2 Kush, P3 Swat. You have a lot of confidence. So basically what it is now then. You do realise Joe has to put a lap on the board, right? Big spin for 5 round. I don't know how he didn't die out of sector 2, to be honest. Oh, I ain't got a clue. 5 round doesn't seem to crash out on track in like DNF. It's usually just DNFs in the pit lane. Brickstar is the only car out on track. However, is you sure why not to the PlayStation versus Xbox Christmas Cup, or I want to find like a league kind of compared to ours, like similar pace wise, and have them go up against our best 10. So if I was to pick, it'd be Killian, Kush, Neon, Joe, John, Brad. Who else is quick? I guess you can see Pete as well, Greg Stars. Basically just this top 10 basically. Yeah, it is. His booty saved him from hitting the wall. True. Right, Pete's that one. The track. All I'm saying is F1 Manager clear this game. Codemasters, if you're hearing this, sort your fucking game out. F1 Manager is such a fun game. Facts, it actually is. You haven't even played it. Buy it. I could buy it for you if you wanted to, but don't have the facilities. Still waiting for my partner to message me. Literally, I didn't even have to convince Bonus to buy it. It's just so far a clear game. The only thing I don't like is the AI. It's just they don't get out of the way when you're on a lap and when they're not on a lap, so it's really annoying, but I'm sure they can sort it out. F1 Manager God tier. Let's go Kush. Our Kush has a fan in the chat. I swear I know that name. Great Ace. Where have I seen that before? I have no idea. EA washed, literally. But we still buy their games. Well, I don't. Other people buy them and I just get them. So who's the real winner? Right, Pete on a lap. Probably his one and only lap here. He isn't going to have enough time. Well, he will have enough time to go again, but his ERS will be completely drained. Taking as much curb as he dared there. Who is next? It's going to be John, who just started his lap. Just needs to put a time on the board. Here comes Pete. Let's see where he can put him. P4 pushes 5 round down. We'll jump on board with the Red Bull driver. I'd happily race back in this league again, but it's not as simple as people make it out to be, because then I have to find another stream. I'm sure if Bodge was to download and he had decent Wi-Fi, he probably wouldn't mind streaming it, but this is Wi-Fi that kind of lets it down. We've seen how some streams have been, not in this particular league, but I've seen some streams where the person's internet wasn't so great. The only one that comes to kind of mind was, I think it was Spain in not RF1, DRL. I think John was streamer that day and you couldn't understand a word he was saying. But now he has that good Wi-Fi, that's why he's host. Anyway, talking to John, to the line he goes. Let's see where he's placing his car. P4. So the lowest he can start is P9. Pete isn't on a lap. Havoc is out of time. Joe and Greg Star's the only two that can push him down. Joe slightly behind Greg Stars here. I need to find out if diabetics can have tattoos, because I need to finish mine off. It's a random subject I decided to bring up. Do what I want. Greg Stars, I'd say, goes just ahead of Pete. Or behind him. Here comes Joe! Goes P2! So John will start P10, Neon will start P15, and Paperstream will start dead last. Right, no one ready up. Otherwise you'll get a 10-second time penalty already. As much as I'd love to give someone a 10-second time penalty for ready up, please don't. Who we got watching? Sophia Fox, I'm guessing that's a bot. It is indeed. How did I know that? Because everyone in the stream is a bot. Apart from Havoc. Should I just ban him? You know, timeout user. No one ready up. That's a Great Ace knows not to ready up. Do we have any other issues in there? Incidents. Terminal damage. Speeding in the pit lane for Kush and Greg Stars. No one picked up a grid penalty in that session though, so do not ready up. I'm sure there's been a time already placed in the Discord for when to ready up, I'd imagine. I'm sure there is, I just can't see it, and it doesn't really matter. Right, let's have a gander, shall we? Race director. Oh yes, I need to press it twice. Right, everyone's on mediums. I would imagine that will get all changed. So to go through everybody, Killian on pole, Joe and P2, Squire P3, Kush P4, Pete P5, 5 Crown in P6, Greg Stars P7, Havoc P8, Pog and P9. That's how'd it go P9? Is it because of Neon? I'm guessing so. No, I don't know. Rux in P10, RSF1 Hunt in P11, Gangster Al P12, Reese in P13, Neon P14, Brad in P15, Richard in P16, and Paperstream in dead last. So Reese and Ruts gone to the soft. I don't think we'll have that many people starting on the soft in this race. I'd imagine they'll be doing a 2-stop. The double shift again. Sounds like a you problem, in my expert opinion. Right, whilst we're waiting, I can just have a gander on my phone. But I'll probably say, if Killian doesn't get into any trouble, then we'll go at 9 minutes past, so in 3 minutes. I'd imagine if Killian can stay out of trouble, he'll win this pretty comfortably. Joe being Joe, I'd imagine Pete messaged me, but I couldn't read the message. It's the year 2024. Bottas replaced Hamilton and Mercedes. God tier. Killian. Wonder if he wants his seat back. Isn't that what the race checking is for though? I've got 1 more minute until we go. If you haven't put a prediction who you think's going to win the race, quickly do it before the formation lap starts. I'll go Killian, Joe, and then probably Kush. Hopefully this time Kush doesn't reset to track, because he got a telling off the last time. I believe we can now ready up. P1 Joe, P2 Scudero, P3 Kush. Literally what I said. We can ready up, by the way. There we go. 10-second time, ready? No, I'm joking. RF1 Twitter has been revived. That's nice. Yeah, full quality's fun though. But here we go, formation lap time. And that'll... I'll just do this. What's everyone on? Medium, 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 hard, medium, 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 hard, soft, medium, hard, soft, medium, medium. Very, Right, what did Bond want it on? He wanted it on... I'll keep it on position change for now, and then when you want me to change it, just whack something in the chat. Okay? Okay. Because I will probably end up forgetting. Oh, fuck you. No, there we go. But here we go. I'd imagine 1 stop for people on hards and maybe mediums. Safety cars could come out to play. I would say we'll probably get about 3 safety cars. Knowing us, we'll probably have 5 finishes again. we usually do. I think the first time we had the 5 finishes, there was a pit lane glitch where like Brando, Despair, and there was someone else who got stuck, and then the other one was just people who couldn't drive. Killian going very early. How many people do you think is disqualified on the formation lap when they try and line up? I'm gonna go with 6. I don't know who, but I can guarantee there'll be at least 6. It's not that hard to do, to be fair. I thought it was going to be one of the hardest things to do in league racing, but some people have managed to do it correctly on some occasions, not all the time. What's this? What the? Oh, that's what I bought today. Oh, there's one. Push. Anyone else? 4, 5. Oh. You're missing someone. Oh, there we go. Told you, 6. I win. Who's the real winner? There we go. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the Australian Grand Prix, and Joe has got a better start than Killian, and he's already leading into turn 1. And death will happen. Yeah, told you. And oh, we've got there's 3 people out already. 5-second time break for RSF1 Hunt. Greg Starks, Ruction, and Reese all out. Is that going to be a safety car? It is indeed. Paper Stream already making his way up into the points. Let's see if anyone's got damage. Right, go back onto Joe. All these guys will be fine. Pete, I think, is okay. I know Adam is probably going to have some sort of damage. Yeah, he does a lot of damage. I'll put John. He picks up a penalty. I don't think. What was the penalty situation on his end? So he must have had a collision with someone. But I don't think he's got any damage, unless he's got damage to the... I think he might have slight damage on the left hand side. Oh, Pete's gone straight on. Alright. Not really sure what happened. So Neon and 5 and Adam into the pits. I don't think you can serve a 5-second time for me, or can you? I think you can. Yeah, you can. New front wing. Neon also getting a new front wing, as well as 5. Pete put himself back into P11 with his very odd spin. Havoc up into P4. He's gained 4 positions at the start. Bradford already up into P6. Making up for his qualifying disaster. Tyres please. Up. No worry, my good sir. There you go. Neon 5, Adam changing to the medium and the hard respectively. Let me know when you want it back on positions gained. I mean, it doesn't really matter now because there won't be any positions lost or gained. I can't see any damage on John's car, so So I don't know if he was the one that got hit and got given a 5-second time penalty, or he's slightly tapped someone. Has Brad got no? I thought Brad had no front wing then. Because he got a black wing and it's because of the black tyres, you can't really tell. So John will have to sit in his pit box for an extra 5 seconds than everyone else when he does make his pit stop. Mercedes in a 1-3, unlike real life. I'd imagine this will probably be the final lap of safety car. Ruxin has left the session. Thank you for the kiss as well, by the way. Ugh. Neon getting past 5. Get the back row. Might be one more lap behind safety car then. That's going to be another late call. Oh, no, it will be another late call. So Let Joe effectively becomes the safety car. That was Song going very wide. Not allowed side by side, otherwise you get told off. Wonder how late Joe will make it. Got murdered at turn 1. Ah! And he's gone. Not allowed to overtake until the start finish line. Sal's been overtaken by 2 people already. Neon up into P10. Well, it was a bit of a mental exit. Neon Shockers getting past Richard. Oh, Richard locks up massively. Arthur Hunt up into P12 now. Oh, Richard's round. He's been able to get it going. I don't know if there was a slight tap from Pete there. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? Okay, then into reverse. Come on. Let Joe lead by 4/10 of a second. 5 Crown gets past Gangster Owl. Oh, I think Adam's round again. He is. It's in a very peculiar place. He might have got another tap, and he's got no front wing again. So his return to SRL is very short-lived at the moment. I don't think he'll retire though. He's a strong. There's probably going to be another safety car, I'd imagine, eventually. You don't want to be the one to cause the safety car, bear in mind. That's been off on those softs, and that's another yellow flag, and that is John round, and so is Allied Squire. Oh, Pete's picked up a 5-second time penalty. Oh no, John has. That's 10 seconds. John now has. Neon gets up into P6. Bit of a gap now forming. Also into the pits. Thanks to Owl, now gets up to P11. I think John has a lot of damage. Let's have a look. It might just be his tyres. Especially having a spin, it's not exactly great. Push starting to lose a bit of time on Killian now. Killian starting to reel in Let Joe. Got 5 rounds at the back of Pete, but I'd imagine Pete will start to pull away. Squire, and we've got another. Oh, and that's John off again. And he is not having. There's going to be another race to forget for him. DRS enabled this lap. I'd imagine John will probably be in this lap to get rid of those hards. Alex White gets past Paper Stream for P7 into turn 1. Another yellow flag. That's Richard off into the barrier. He doesn't look like to have braked for that corner. And Paper Stream has a 3-second time penalty, and Allied Squire is wide, and John, I think, is calling it a day. He is. Hope he doesn't leave because he is host, so he might have to stay in for the rest of this race. Probably not something that he wants to do, but Paper Stream going around the outside of Pete. Paper Stream nearly getting that move done. Richard into the pits. 4 DNFs so far. Brad gets past Havoc, and they're both off the track. I don't really know what happened there either. I'm sure that'll get looked at by the stewards as well. And the yellow flag, because it's spun it. Actually can't tell. Thanks to Al coming down the pits. Oh, we've got a spin. I just don't. I've noticed with Richard, I think, getting out of the way. Apologies. Oh no, Richard has spun. Okay. And that's a safety car. Neon into the pits, so is Pete. 5 round continues. Pip Stream also continues. Richard gets up a 3-second time penalty. Thanks to Al, we'll move up to P7 here. Richard been disqualified. Not the race that he wanted to return to either. So we're getting close to that number 5. And I'm back into the pits for blue front wing. So 8 laps in and already 5 people out of this race. Paper Stream also into the pits. Getting well out the way of everyone else. We'll come out ahead of Squire though. Be interesting. Paper Stream goes onto the soft, so he'll have to make one more stop today. Unless he somehow manages to take those tyres till the end. But his eye is messing up. And Squire back into the pits. Not really sure know why, but I'm sure he knows. Set hard by the looks of things, so that will probably take him to the end of the race. Concede one position. But he's a fairly quick driver, so I'm sure he'll manage to get his way past Hunt eventually. Hunt a very stubborn driver though. That's one way to warm up your tyres. I imagine safety car will be in this lap. Joe, I would imagine, might change tactics and when to restart this race. If I climb up into P4, it's going to be another late call from the safety car to come in. To be fair, Adam and Swire are quite a long way back, so Paper Stream back into the pits again for another new set of softs. So now I know his game, why he does this. It's just so he can get out of everyone's way and then make everyone else basically die. Which is probably the best strategy that you can have, in my expert opinion. At the back you're not really going to be involved in too much unless there's a massive pile up. In this league, it really would not surprise me if that was to happen though. 19 laps remaining in the Australian Grand Prix. Let Joe taking the lead on lap 1 and has stayed P1 all this time. Everyone but he would actually pit, so he could actually go on to win this race. But I think the pace advantage, especially now having 2 safety cars, these guys are gonna get their mediums, I would say, to lap maybe 15, 16, and then set a softs on. Kush looking to already pass Killian there, but not allowed to do that, naughty boy. So Joe effectively becomes the safety car. He maintains the pace. So if this was F1 manager, everyone would be in single line. It's very weird how they do it, but we move. Safety car is now just entered the pit lane, so Joe's clear to go. Oh, and Squire is off the track. Machine does not need to give that position back. And Joe is gone. Already got a second gap already. That's left Kush able to attack Killian here. But I think Killian's got more straight line speed. Oh, against the hours down. He's getting absolutely swamped. Oh, he's tapped Brad from the rear. Allied Squire is out of the race. And Brad is now stone dead last. Kush is past Killian. I think Killian might have damage. Let's stick it up the inside of 5. Doesn't be able to get the move done. Kush might have pushed him out there. I'm not sure. Bradford gets let pass by Gangster Owl. Killian on an absolute hunt now. Goes past 5 with ease. Now he has to get past Neon. Neon right onto the back of... Oh, what message? Oh, we're going to have commentary from my good friend. How do I invite people? That's awkward. More... Invite to party. Pushmania receives a 3-second time penalty for his troubles. Hello, good sir. Oh yeah, they're still connecting, that's awkward. Hello! Who would replace you? Who joined the lobby first? I know it was Adam or Brad. I mean their connections are pretty stable, so I'm sure it won't mess too much things up, I wouldn't imagine. So if you want to leave, you can. I gathered. Blessed. Yeah. That's nice. That's a nice image. DRS enabled. I mean, this is kind of a test now to see if it breaks the lobby, so... There you go, that's you can be the test subject. You can leave and see if it fucks it up, and if it does, then we know for next time. If it doesn't, then, well, just make sure that someone else with a decent Wi-Fi connection is present, I suppose. No worries. Bye! Right, fingers crossed, doesn't break the lobby. Doesn't seem too bad. We'll wait though. Should be too much of an issue. Oh, that's a nice corner cut from... Here he goes. Gonna go down the inside. I don't think Neon... Oh. Oh, okay. I thought you left. Oh Jesus, let Joe in the pits. Fair enough. I've not seen any problems, so... Unless Joe pitting is a problem, then sure. Alright, mate. Yeah, alright. See you later. Thought he'd already left. Right, anyway, Kush currently leading by 1 second. I imagine he'll probably be in this... No, he probably won't be in this lap, seeing as he is on the hards. What we got? We've got Pete on 5. Closest battle so far. Pushmania picks up another 3-second time penalty. A little bit in too deep. But nothing to really worry about. Let's see if Killian peels into the pits. No, he's happy on these tyres to continue. It won't be long until we see Havoc's in. Killian setting the fastest lap of the race so far. Havoc has probably had a bit of trouble with those softs. He's He's into the pits, and it's going to be a set of mediums to the end. Havoc should get out ahead of Gangster Owl. Killian within DRS range. As everyone picks up a time penalty. Brad will probably have to pit again, but you never know. See if Killian does the same line. He's a little bit, he didn't cut it as much, but he's a lot faster at this current stage. He is on the mediums compared to the hards. What the mediums would start to kind of wear out a bit now, which is probably why Joe pitted, but and Kush pitting before Killian on the hards, so we'll now be close between him and Joe. Joe now very wide from Adam, and he's peeling into the pits, I think. Nope, he's just getting well out of the way. Brad is in the pits though. I think Adam was going to pit, but then realised Brad had already come into the pits. Kush will be just before. Oh my god, that's a cut and a half. Home stream with a penalty. Had he already had that, or had he just got that? I don't really know. Pete now right onto the back of 5 Crown. As I said, Neon could actually go on to win this race. Bradford and Havoc now having a battle again. I wonder if Killian will be in this lap. Pete is now past 5. What was that on the track? I don't really know. Those rear tyres not looking great, and he peels into the pits. That releases Neon into the lead. Pete will go into P2. Oh, Joe has absolutely jumped him. Be tough between him and Kush now though. And Kush has jumped him as well. One more DNF and Gangster Owl finds himself into the points. Quite a long way away. 5 round is got back ahead of Pete. Let's see if Kush can now hunt down his teammate. Won't be too long until 5 pips, I would imagine. Killian now creeping up to the back of RSF1 Hunt. Kush sets the fastest lap of the race. Starting to come back at Joe ever so slightly, only taking about a tenth of that lap. Gangster Owl peels into the pits, set mediums to the end I would imagine. Has 5 actually pitted yet? And RSF1 Hunt gets well out of the way. A bit too soon, but Kush does have those penalties to worry about. How many penalties has he got? 6 seconds, so at its current moment of time he would lose P6 to Killian. Pete gets past 5. 5 comes into the pits though. And Joe is back up into the podium. Get out ahead of Brad. He will, only just though. As everyone into the pits for a new front wing. So I don't think he wanted to get out of the way. I think he may have crashed. It's going to be very close. Joe on a lot fresher hards than the people ahead of him, but does have a very quick push on mediums just behind. So within 2 seconds of Pete. I don't think these guys will stop now. Brad is onto the back. Oh, Brad's out! Is that going to be a safety car? It is. It is a safety car late on in the Australian Grand Prix. That's going to gift, thanks to Al, some points. And now it's going to be interesting to see who pits or not. Havoc dives into the pit lane. Nearly hitting the wall there. I'd imagine now we will see everyone come back in for another set of tyres. Thanks to Al, into P10. Havoc and RSF100 into the pits. Havoc has gone to a new set of hards. RSF and Hunt on a set of softs. A brand new set of softs to the end. 9 laps. Now I'll be very interested to see what Neon does. He is on 13 lap old hards, and I don't think he'll be able to keep people behind him if they were to pit. So if I was Neon, he's 9.8 seconds ahead. So he'll come out in P1 if the other guys don't pit. Pete is on 12 lap old hards, so I would imagine he'll come in as well. He does. Joe also peels into the pits. That means Kush is going to have to carry on. So he will inherit the lead, but he will be on mediums. I would imagine they're all going to go into softs. They are indeed. Neon, on the other hand, is on mediums. On an old set of mediums, though. Paperstream is going to move up into P5. Just stopping on track. Alright. Probably doesn't want to get out in the way. Paperstream will probably pit the next lap. Very entertaining. Oh no. So as it stands, Kush, well, Pete would technically win this race, but he needs to hold off Joe and literally everybody behind him. with Pete on softs, he's in a very good chance to win this race. In his return, got a right thunderstorm here, might die. How the fuck did Rich get a DSV? Facing the wrong way. And Paper Stream into the pits, as he usually does, so he'll drop. Probably, he will be ahead of his teammate, I'd imagine. And he's on a set of softs as well. So we're going to have a sprint to the end. Kush, Neon, both on mediums. Everyone else, Havoc is on hards for some apparent reason. He's going to get swallowed up. What about? I'm not saying nothing. Well, Greg Stars, Rux, and Reese all died on lap 1. I think going into turn 1 and 2. John hit his rear wing and it was just damaged, and he just couldn't drive with the broken rear wing. Allied Squire came into the pits and DNF, the same as John actually, and then Brad has caused this safety car after being taken out, according to him, by 5. So, but I haven't seen the incident. I literally caught the end of it. Probably one more. No, safety car is in this lap. Very late call from the safety car. It's not going to give Kush a whole lot of time to kind of think about what he needs to do. Can't go just 2 yet because the safety car hasn't even got to the last corner yet. So he needs to wait for it to go into the pit lane, which I think it has done now. And he hasn't gone just yet. And now he has. Bradford has left the session, and that is Joe getting past Pete. And that is Paper Stream is doing something. Pete has lost a lot of time and has someone round. And that is Neon. He is off the track. Let's see if Let Joe can win this race. I mean, he has to, I mean, with the penalties that Kush has. And he lets his teammate through. I'd imagine he's going to block Killian from getting through. 5 Crown could find himself onto the podium, but Pete on those softs. It's going to be an absolute cock block here, I can feel it already. Killian already going to the outside. Kush squeezing him. Going to go around the outside. He's left him enough room. Oh, let's go. As always, it's always going to be contact there. And Paper Stream up into P4. I'd imagine that's a lot of damage for Killian. It is indeed. And he's going to have to pit. Come on, Paper Stream. Has Kush carried on? Oh, he has actually. Must have a broken front wing, surely. No, bloody hell. Surprised at that. I don't know whose fault that was. Joe, though, is going to get yet another comfortable win here. Actually, no, Paper Stream will get P3. Oh no, he won't have it, will get P3 because Paper Stream has a penalty. Pete is technically a reserve driver, so whoever finishes P4 will technically finish P3. But Joe has basically won this race unless something happens to him, which I can't see happening. Let Joe fastest lap of the race. Maverick is going up against his master, I guess you can say. The guy that's helped him to run no assists this season. I'm sure he'll be helping me by the end of the week. Let's see if Pete can get this move done to the outside. It's not going to be able to get it done this time. I'm going to wait for DRS. Oh, and then he runs into the back of 5. DRS wide open. So 5 would pick up the points for second place, as well as Pete. If Havoc picks up a penalty. Havoc, pick up a penalty. I'll slide a 5 your way if you pick up a penalty. Then ever so slightly start moving away from paper stream. Please. And thank you. I'm actually joking, by the way, don't do it. Paper stream will force you into a mistake somewhere. Killian taking fastest lap. Might be able to catch up to Gangster Al by the end. Oh, Neil Shockers is. And Kush has picked up yet another time penalty. That's 9 seconds. Gangster Al might take. I mean, if Killian can get past Gangster Owl, he can. Oh, he's gained 3 seconds already on this lap. Oh, Havoc nearly running into the back of Paper Stream. Gangster Owl picks up a 5-second time penalty, 3-second time penalty, sorry. What did I say? Killian already onto the back of Gangster Owl. Gangster Owl, I wouldn't imagine he's gonna put up too much of a fight. He doesn't. No, he has about 8 attempts to gain. Adam, hold up Kush. I beg. Havoc, pick up a penalty. Oh, baby stream wide. And paper stream lets him go, but oh, nearly gives him a tap there. Killian will pick up P7. So do Pete, Joe, 5, Havoc. Come on, Julia. Yes! Overtake him! What are you doing? Oh, he's waiting for the last lap, I think. If he can stick with him. And we're on the last lap now. That's another time penalty. Don't have a clue where you're going with that one. Right onto the back of Pete now. That Joe has not put a foot wrong at all this race. And he's rounding the penultimate corner now. And final corner to go, and he's gonna win the Australian Grand Prix to make it 2 wins out of 2. Oh, and Hunt spun. Okay. Pete comes home in 5 crown in P3. Havoc will move up to P3 as well. Paper Stream comes home in P5. Cushmania comes home P6, but will lose a position or 2 now. See if Adam also gets them. I don't think he will though. No, only 1.2 off. Gangster out, rounding the final corner. He's letting Neon through. Fair enough. So there we go. I will be interviewing 4 drivers this week. Congratulations to Neon picking up that 9th place. I mean, it wasn't really Paper Stream driver of the day, in my opinion, is very well deserved. But let's have a quick rundown of the final classification. Oh, what's something wrong with my game? What's wrong with it? I mean, it's the game, isn't it? So there we go. Let Joe winning. Now I need to view. Select party. Pete. Invite to party. And 5. Invite to party. And Havoc. I don't think he has a headset, but right, we'll just wait for everybody to join. Don't forget to include your audio, lads. This is just you two. I don't think Pete has a mic either. Give him a few minutes to join. Okay, so Pete doesn't have a mic. Oh, Havoc is also here. Havoc, do you have a mic? Wait, he doesn't have a mic, does he? Noob. If not, we'll just interview you two. I'm pretty sure he's probably typing something, so we'll start off with the winner Joe starting P2 and got the greatest start I've seen in a while, getting past Killian before turn 1, and you kind of didn't put a foot wrong at all, and then you've come away with yet another win. And you are supposed to be a reserve driver, you know.
I know.
You do know this, right? You might as well just take. I mean, you've got given a seat anyway, so you might as well just take it now. So, full-time driver, let Joe over here. I mean, yeah, just give us a few words of your race tonight.
Well, I know I wasn't really on the pace with Australia. Like, I just knew that Killian was just gonna like walk it because I knew from last year or whenever he last did Australia with us, he was rapid then. So I just sort of like I'll try and follow him, try and maybe get P2 in qualifying, which I did, and I literally said to Kush before the race, if I get a good start, I'll just try and keep him behind, which I did, and then obviously the safety car helped a lot. Then obviously Kush played a huge part in me win. Because obviously, I mean, I don't know what happened with them two, like, but you know, he said that he tried to move and it wasn't on because he had the corner, but obviously I don't know. I'll see it. Then
I was on board with Killian at the
yeah,
time. It was a very odd one, I guess.
yeah, but
But
whatever. You know, I mean, I got my job done. I just did what I had to do, and obviously came home with the win, so I'm really happy.
and you extend your championship as well, especially with Killian finishing a little bit further down than what we
Yeah,
were
it's
kind of all
positive.
expecting, I'd imagine. But
Oh,
yeah, congratulations on yet another win, and
thank you.
basically well done for your championship. So well done. Everyone give it a round of applause. Look, there we go. Nah, I'm joking. We're still fifth, 13 rounds to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up
But
here
yeah, great
anyways,
race
but
for yourself.
thank you.
But yeah, congratulations. We'll move to 5. I mean, I bet you weren't expecting a P3 this race. Um,
And
but I mean, especially after your spins all kind of weekend and all that kind of lovely stuff. But you've done great. You had a nice little battle with Pete at the end. Just give us a few words of your race tonight.
yeah, so last corner on this track is really difficult, and I was really having issues with that the entire weekend. But yeah, I don't know, setup is weird. Not confident in this game at all, and it's just weird to drive for me. And I don't know, I just kept out of trouble because there was a lot of caches going on. And I don't know if I was involved in it, like if I get a penalty for any of them, but I don't know. But yeah, there was a lot of caches and there was a lot of chaos, and just kept out of it and just kept driving. And then I got
Yeah, well,
podium, so that was
yeah,
good.
congratulations. Starts your championship off quite well. So I did message Pete. He doesn't have a mic, so I said, "Is there anything else that he wants to say?" He said, "Did better than I expected after I crashed on safety car, but incidents with other faster drivers made P2 possible. Great race." Havoc, I know you're in the party, and I'm guessing you don't have a mic, but I don't know if there's anything. Oh, you do have a mic! Bloody hell, he speaks. Right, so Havoc, you're probably a bit confused to why you're here, okay? So, this season we made a rule where if a reserve driver was to finish on the podium, they would still get the points for that, but the next person who isn't on the podium, so technically 5 is in P3, so you technically get P3's points, if that makes any sense. No,
Why? What?
five goes up to P2,
Okay.
but but Joe, no, not Joe. Pete gets the same points as 5, and then you move up to P3.
Sounds like a very confusing system.
It's easier to kind of say when we're all in a group and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so you've moved up a place because there was a reserve on the podium, basically. Yeah, so another P3. So that's why you moved up to P3 last week, because Bonge then made himself a reserve. So yeah. But yeah, there you go. You got P3. So give us a few words of your race tonight. You haven't got your voice included. So basically, a summary of what he basically just said. Good race.
Okay, I'll
incident,
just
blah,
say
blah,
again.
blah. Go on then.
Yeah. Confusing rate. It went from good to terrible on the podium apparently. So really happy, to be honest. Didn't expect to get a podium at all, so just really happy with that. 2 podiums in a row. So yeah, really happy.
I mean, you're proving the doubters wrong. Can you win this championship? I think with that, I think you move up to P2 in the championship. If I'm not wrong, I think you move up to P2. I'm not 100% on that though.
Havoc champion.
But
Let's go.
I think you may move. We'll have to wait until Bond does the standings, but I believe you may have moved up to P2 or stayed P3 because Killian did finish quite far below you this time. So
You know what?
but
I'll
yeah.
give it a go then. Let's try and go for the title then, shall we?
Havoc
Going well so far.
champion 2022 season 4 champion. There we go. It has a name to it.
Go.
But that is it from us this week. It's been an absolute pleasure again commentating on my own league, I suppose. We will be back next week as always. Where are we next week? That's event attendance. Don't want event attendance. We are heading to Kota. Oh, lovely.
Oh no.
Right, we're not racing next week. I'm joking. We are, because I get to watch the spare cry. Get mad. Right, that is it from us. Congratulations to everyone that finished on the podium, as well as Havoc, who didn't finish on the podium but did in the end. That is it from us. We'll speak to you later, and goodbye.